What is up, legends? We are back, and we are officially back in. Bunch of changes, bunch of goody goodies. Out. So
When will it be my turn?
this is what we got. We have the very first one is 200 skill bug fix rewards. A director's note. 160 on the stamina. I'm not picking this up yet because obviously it's gonna overcap my stamina, and then I'll be sitting there stamina capped, and stamina is the most important thing in this game, so we're not going to be doing that. Now I could actually, you know what I could do? I'll take it because I'm gonna need to do this anyway. So how much stamina does that put me at? No, it is. I'll just turn it into boots. All right. 3 is enough. That way I'm not capped. And I have a reason to do that. I'm gonna be getting spammed a lot, by the way, because I'm an 80, and people who see that, they be like, "Bruh, come join my group." Which I do actually do that a lot, even when I'm out of stamina and I'm just standing there. I just like to come in, so I'm gonna get spammed a lot. To let you guys know. Right now, I just be going into co-op dungeons because that's the most fun I have in this game, even if I don't get anything, because you can go into the dungeon and not actually get the rewards. So if you just want to help people out, I know like there's a lot of people, when I see people who are in story, I go in there and like I try to help them through story. And that's one of the reasons one of the reasons we're gonna be talking about. We talk about the homie Edward and my build for him. So I don't build Edward as a typical DPS. I work and I play differently than a lot of people in gacha and gaming. And the way that I work and do things is I want to be like a juggernaut. Like I want to do mad damage and I want to live, basically, and carry other people. So I don't waste my time. I don't want to fail a dungeon, basically. And you can essentially, in this game more so than games like Hoyo and Hoyo games and stuff like this, you can carry hard in this game, like to the point where everybody else in the team will die on co-op, and you can still finish the stage as long as you are built properly. Now, every character isn't supposed to be built like that, but Edward actually works like exceedingly well like that. He might be the best one for it. You can probably do it with Sansar and Aaron, but Edward probably works the best because of the way that his kit works to go along with the sword that I'm using. Obviously, we're using Beth Miror, and it's a sword that actually shields you. And the reason why I use this sword and carry, like, he's never taken this sword off, by the way. When hit, creates a shield that blocks damage to 14.2 of the max HP for 10 seconds. Now, that's going to scale no matter what, basically off of whatever HP that you get onto Edward. So obviously getting Edward more and more HP means that's going to scale more and more. Now, if you're a person who likes to farm and may not necessarily have time to actually play this game all the time, this is pretty key. Like, see, this I would actually do this if I wasn't in the, like, you know, doing a video right now, but we're not gonna do that right now. So for a person who likes to just farm and do everything else like that, what you can essentially do is you can build this character basically to auto almost everything in the game. And then on the flip side, when you're controlling him, you can use him as a tank, even though you're not a tank. So I'm going to explain that in a second. So essentially what we have is to start off is Beth Miror. Obviously, you want to get as strong as it can possibly get. I think the maximum that we can go to is 90, maybe 100. I don't think it'd be 100, but 90. If it is 100, that'd be kind of cool. But you want to get that as high as you can actually get it. Get a gem in it if you can. I just got poison resist in there. I actually put that in because I hate poison in this game. It's annoying. or fire if I can get fire too, but I got an attack and then maybe something else after those. That I got an uncommon attack on that as well, some more attack to go along with that. And the refine is, where it's at because I don't have any more of this weapon right now. So over here into relics, the very first relic that we have right now, it has attack and then the very important stat, including the HP and HP right there. So the thing is that there's a such thing called over damage in gaming. And what over damage is at a certain point, you'll just be doing so much damage that it doesn't really matter if you get more damage or less. You're just going to be able to actively win. So what I build him in as is basically a paladin / bruiser, which, as you can see, he has the HP and he has the HP percentage to go along with the weapon and the lifesteal, which is extremely important because the way lifesteal works in this game is 30% of the attack, and you have a chance of actually doing it. Obviously, the rate goes up the more lifesteal that you have. So we got 20% right there. And then heading over here, it's stamina. I gave him a little bit of defense, another lifesteal chance. I would like this to be better. I don't even want that defense there, to be honest with you. I want HP. But I can't get a drop for that, and I'm not going to focus on doing that because stamina is limited. You got to go for potential. Actually, no, I don't even want to say potential. You got to go for what you need immediately right now because you don't have the facility to keep farming. This is not, again, like a Hoyo game where it's actually easier to farm. It's not like that in this game. It's kind of tedious to farm in this game. And you can't just be farming for like a random chance. That's not going to work out for you. You're going to be gimped for a long period of time because stuff is going to random roll on gear. That's why I don't farm for the weapons. Because that was a question because somebody was like, why you have a blue weapon on your new character and you could just farm. No, don't do that. Those 4 and 5-star weapons that y'all keep telling me in the comment section, don't do that because the drop rate for those particular items to do that is bad. It is hella bad. I don't even want to give you an example. You can probably figure it out after doing it once or twice when you see how long it takes. Like you use all your stamina in a day just to get like maybe a few pieces of absolutely not. I'm not doing that. Y'all can do that. Have at it, have fun. That's not enough. It doesn't drop at a high enough rate for me to waste my stamina in a day on that. That can go to hell. So this is the second piece. And we have defense again over here, which isn't a bad thing. I'll let you guys know. Stats in this game mean more than they do in most games. Defense means a whole hell of a lot. Like this character barely takes any damage off his defense. We have better energy to go up with that. His energy consumption is a little bit down on that. Stamina is like whatever. I don't really care about stamina. But again, I would rather HP. So when I get HP, I'm gonna throw that on there, and I would rather some attack and some crit right here. But again, I'm not gonna go fishing for that because stamina is crazy. This works just fine the way that it is. Over here we have fire damage. I did get crit chance over here. Got some stamina, which is really nice, and then some Veda energy. Excellent, works particularly well. And then over here, lifesteal chance right here. I would have preferred it be crit right here. And so the lifesteal, and then some lifesteal in the piece. We got a flat stat attack. I hate that. That can like whatever. You can't really do much about that. But again, we got some defense and some crit damage on top of that, which essentially pushes this character right here. So we got 36,000 on the HP, attack of 8,157. Defense is at 4,362. Stamina, anyway, Veda energy and tenacity of 440. Head down to here. We have 20% crit again. I want to do something more about that. And crit damage. When we can actually farm easier in the future, then I will upgrade this more and change around things. But surprisingly, it works well the way that it is right now. We have dot percentage. I'll show you where that is actually coming from. And then all the rest of this is just normal until we get down to fire damage, which you see that I have actually boosted. If you didn't know that this is actually here, you should necessarily look at it, because in some places it will literally tell you what things are. Like, for whatever reason, it doesn't tell you what wound is, unless I need to actually put wound on him for him to show it. It just doesn't tell you what it is. And then lifesteal, like I said, each attack gives a chance to absorb HP, and then lifesteal rate. When lifesteal succeeds, some of the damage dealt to the enemy is absorbed by your HP. It's about 30 to 40%, depending on how strongly you actually hit. But there we go. Now, I have this gold ring right here, which I picked up from the dungeons. I'll show that in a second, because that's pretty important. Gave me 1,158 attack, all damage 10%, 10.80%, well, 10.8%, and then dot damage, which he does dot damage off of his fire, 16.20. All right, and then over here, this is kind of like a throwaway. It's just here for right now. Again, I'd rather HP or attack or anything else, but defense is like the third option and all of that, and we'll worry about that going forward. This is pretty expensive to actually build up, so caution you, like, it'll take all of this gold right here just to get this to 80, basically. So gold is pretty costly, so you have to figure out where and what you want to actually build up, because there will be a time, which is literally now, where you're going to have to spend all your stamina a day probably to build up gold, and that's the only way that you're going to build up gold. That's all right. So what I want to do is I want to come in with co-op and show you kind of like how it goes in co-op with the character. What I do, sustain. The job of the character is basically to live. To live and do damage and be able to take a lot of abuse. And this is definitely the fight to show that. All right, so they got good sustain. I mean, they got good level parity. Looks like they're lagging a little bit. Hope that won't be a problem. Elden Ring time! Man, just dropped down like he got the business going on. What up, homie? Let me show you my build. As you see, damage doesn't suffer. And then look at the shield came up. They got the shield going on too. They know what's up. I see you. I'm gonna take advantage of this. Back to the homie, get the burnout going. You also want to take advantage of his burn whenever you can. Whenever it runs out, this person is getting mopped. Are they on the auto? Or are they just standing there getting mopped? Build up your charge on your stuff. And then go back to the lead. Get the fire going. Again, fire will not, I'm not standing in that. He's gonna do that. I tried to get away from it. See again, the shield doing its work. I'm barely in any kind of danger, except for when I do stupid stuff like that. I'm definitely getting hit here. Nope. Get the fire going on it. Fire's going on him again. He's about to get knocked down. Knocked down. Again, start building up charges on characters. Get the R going. Back again on fire. You gonna do your thing? Yep. He has his little shield thing going on, but we got the fire going. But you get the gist of this, like, even when I did get hit, it didn't really matter. Because I got the defense. Hit you with that fire real quick. He's gonna do his thing again. Yeah, have fun with that. Damn it, these shield helped me out again. Where am I? Where am I? Why couldn't I get away from there? Then that fire was nice. I knocked him right out of it. Die. And there you go. Barely hurt. Carry Edward. This is why I keep going into dungeons. What the heck? Get out of here. There you go in action. So what dropped? Anything good? Ooh, poison damage. Bless the cursor. It's on a wax set though. Electric damage? Nah, sorry, sir. You get one. All right. So again, you see happens now. You can, the way that this build is, you can do this again with any character, but it works differently for each character. And I'm going to explain that real quick before we go. No summons because there's nothing to really summon on, and I want to summon on right now. If you want to do it for Adorise, it will still work the same way for Adorise, but she's not a good character to actually be point. She's a supporter, obviously. And they get overrun. The same thing with Xanthia. Xanthia is not necessarily that good of a point character either. They're more suited just to know to burst and do damage and help out. Lucian the same way. Yonko the same way. Aaron, Saya, Liam, Leon. Not Orwick or Marthel. They don't work that well together with that. But Leon does, because Leon actually puts out a shield with that as well. I guess Orwick and Marthel will kind of do it, but it seemed like Leon would work better. I've seen some Leons do some nice stuff with. They're pretty much doing the same thing I'm doing. And I didn't think I would see level 80 Leons just run around like curb stomping stuff, but they're doing it, and they're like the same type of gear. Basically with the lifesteal and the defense and everything else like that. Again, I preferably want the HP though. So when I can swap to the HP, I will. I'll make that shield bigger so it absorbs even more. And just pretty much works out along with the and then get the lifesteal. I want to get the lifesteal up to like 70% and then get some crit and some crit damage. That's all possible with this character, and that's where it comes in as far as where you start to understand the over damage, because you see I was still hitting for like 10k on stuff and still getting the exposure. Even at one point I hit the boss for 18k on the fire explosion, because I do have fire damage bonus going on as well. And I'm not that far behind Adorise as far as raw damage. She's really just supposed to be out there to burst and do her poison and get the hell off the field. The same thing with Xanthia. So, and then we have Lucian to come in, and the big heavy lifter is always basically going to be Edward. But it works out pretty well. You can try it out if you want to. And again, this is for basically going through content. Basically, this is not end game. I want to point that out. This is not an end game build. This is basically going through content and making a carry character that's damn near almost indestructible as far as going through content and everything else like this. Not indestructible. You still have to play well, but you saw how easy I made that dungeon look. basically compared to how it was in the beginning before I actually got the proper, you know, gear and everything else like that. And I could do the same thing alone, basically, and the world and eventually level 6, it just takes longer. It just takes a very long time. I don't have patience for all that. So, also, the update is coming a week earlier. Just because personally I think they're doing that because they realized that a whole month to do an update after like that's a long time to keep us just basically sitting here on this content. So they probably realized that and was like, you know, we gotta do this a little bit faster. That's not gonna work out for us in the long run. So we get the update next week in 7 days, which is pretty good. I'm probably gonna have Edward at 100 by then. I'm probably not gonna be able to afford anything, but I'll still have him at 100 by then because it's problematic now. Gold is very problematic right now. You literally you have to focus one character, the max, and I'm just gonna focus Edward, and then my secondary character I'm gonna focus is Xanthia. I'm getting her up there. I'm gonna leave Adorise at 70 and Lucian at 70, and focus on Edward and Xanthia for the most part because there's not enough gold to do everybody basically, which is unfortunate. So no, try this out. It just works. It's really fun. Like if you ever end up in the dungeon and like, you know, everybody else dying around you and you just stand there, got your shield rolling, got your life still going on and everything else like that, it's amazing. It's pretty much using Diablo and Path of Exile mindset in this game, where this game allows you to do that. Hoyo doesn't have lifesteal, and Hoyo doesn't let you shield the way that they do in this game. So it works exceedingly well in this game. So, you know, try it out. Catch you guys next video. And hopefully, matter of fact, let me know your builds below. There is no such thing. I will not judge you. There's no such thing as a bad build. If you're winning, I don't care. At the end of the day, like how you did it, as long as you win, that's my only stipulation when it comes to like the making builds. There's no such thing as a great build, a super great build, or a bad build. If you won, you won. In my opinion, we high five. We'll sit here in the lobby with no stamina together. I'll catch you guys later.